And honestly, a lot of what I'm saying about being bamboozled and having so many palettes from so many brands that I thought were going to be so good because of what people have said. And, it kind of, I don't want to say ruined new makeup for me, but made me extremely suspicious and a little more cynical towards new releases and that kind of thing. Hello, my name is June, and today this is gonna be Get Ready With Me number 3. And I'm going to be using this palette from Revolution. Yeah. And I like this palette. I think that it's a really good price for the quality, and I'm gonna get into discussing other things, but I have some opinions about the quality and inflation of makeup, especially in the indie community. And some of my opinions are probably going to be unpopular, and that's okay. I don't really care. It's my opinion. I might be wrong to some people, but I'm gonna get into the look. All right, I did eye primer, curled my lashes, tight line, and honestly, I don't really know what I want to do yet. I think I kind of want to use this shade here, so I might do something or use these shades. Maybe smoke it out a little bit. We'll see. But I really wanted to use this palette because I was thinking earlier this weekend or this past weekend about the makeup community, and I was just taking inventory of my makeup collection. I do this every once in a while. I didn't declutter anything. There are quite a few palettes that I don't really use anymore, and then when I use them, it's just to remind myself why I don't buy from a brand specifically. And a few of these brands are brands like Cosmic Beauty and Odin's Eye, where the quality is just so hyped up for the price, and it's about this quality. This is a $13 palette. Now, is that kind of expensive? Yeah, I got this when they were selling it for $11 still. It's this quality. A lot of those palettes are this quality. And I am not paying. I just looked today because Cosmic Beauty has a US warehouse now. And this is the only palette I have left from Cosmic Beauty. The color story is absolutely outstanding. The quality, this is a $15 palette in my opinion. That's how much I would pay for that again. I would not pay more than $15 for that. And I wanted to see how much it would cost to purchase it now, because I think when that came out, I think the Cosmic Beauty, when they were Cosmic Brushes and just starting to release their palettes, were like 25 pounds. 25 pounds, if I'm correct. I don't really know how much that is in US dollars, but I remember buying that palette. And then another palette, I think in all, I had 4 Cosmic Beauty palettes at one point, and all of the quality was not good. It wasn't, it was not worth the price and what influencers were selling to me in terms of quality for the price. Now, that is just my opinion. A lot of people really, really love Cosmic Beauty and Odin's Eye. And part of me wonders if it's just the idea of something being slightly cheaper for the amount of shades that you get. And I do think a lot of it does have to do with like where you are in the world. I have not bought in brands like, what is it, Glaminatrix or something that's like Australian based, because it's already expensive, and then you add in customs and shipping, and I know the rest of the world already does that for a lot of US based indie brands, but that doesn't mean that it's worth it. Just because people are willing to pay that much, like, I don't know if an eyeshadow palette is worth like €100 US based. I don't know. I can tell you this was not worth, what is it? What was it at the time? I can probably go back and check, but it was more than $25. I think it was, I'm not going to get it correct. I'm not going to get the amount correct, so I'm not going to say what the amount was, but it was more than $25 when you add in shipping plus custom fees and blah, 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 blah. My opinion. You have to take that into consideration, because that's how much is leaving your bank account. It's not $25 leaving your bank account. Okay, going in with a smaller brush, I'm going to go in with a combination of these two shades in the outer corner. And so, I'm not mad. I would say I'm not mad that I purchased those or that I was influenced, because that's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes sometimes. And I didn't have to buy 4 palettes, but I think there was a part of me that wanted to believe, like, maybe it was just me. Maybe it was just me, and maybe I just got a dud. You don't get 4 duds. You don't. Like, the chances of that happening is very slim, okay? And it's happened to me with multiple brands where I've gotten it, and I can't believe how, I don't want to say bad the quality is, but how much the quality doesn't align with what people are saying. Specifically influencers and the influencers in the indie community who are saying, like, these are so good, blah, 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 blah. And maybe it is really good to them. But I think we need to talk more about the formula and not necessarily like, oh, I just really prefer this. That's not very descriptive, but I'm influenced by that. I am definitely influenced by that. And many people are, because a lot of these brands have been very successful. So, and I'm also not mad at the content creators, because a lot of the time people are getting this stuff for free. And if I was in their shoes, would I be wanting to try to have the most optimistic outlook on things? Yeah, I tried to have a really optimistic outlook on this palette because I spent my own money on it. And I think a lot of people, I don't want to say try to have an optimistic outlook on cheaper products or things that they think are a better deal, but like, I need to be realistic. There's so many things that I don't like about this palette that I can get into, and I don't think I'll get into it in this video. I was going to do a build your own palette with that Muse palette with formulas and eyeshadows that I have depotted and just really enjoy. And I was going to do that. I have done a build your own palette with that palette before I bought that palette, because originally I just didn't know how to work with the color story very well. I thought it was beautiful, but I didn't want to buy it if I didn't know if I knew what I was going to do with it once I got it. And so I built my own palette, tested it. I really enjoyed the color story, and I figured out, okay, this is how I would use it if I got it. And so I was like, you know what, I'll take a chance, because obviously this palette is so good. It's going to be better than all of my depotted eyeshadows from all of my favorite palettes that I wanted to like build my own palettes with. Like, this palette is going to be better than all the other eyeshadows in my collection. So, because the quality is just so good. No, it's not. It's not. Whoopsie, sorry. my bad. It's drugstore quality. It is drugstore quality. It's drugstore quality, okay? It stains like drugstore quality, okay? Like, it stains my eyelids so bad. There's some shades in there that are good. There's plenty of shades in there that are good, okay? I'm not saying that it's a bad palette. I just don't think it's as good as as a lot of people say it is, okay? I don't know. I feel like I was bamboozled. And I think that's why I am so, I don't want to say passionate, but forward with my opinion. Because I feel like I was bamboozled with brands like Cosmic Beauty and Odin's Eye, where the quality just doesn't align with what people are saying for the price, and like it's not as good as people are saying. Their drugstore quality. In fact, this palette is better than a lot of the Odin's Eye palettes that I owned in terms of performance. Now, are the shimmers like so much more spectacular? No, this is a very basic palette. This is like what I would give someone starting out in makeup if I wanted them to have like a good, if they were like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what kind of eyeshadows are good, but I just wanted to work. I would give them this, honestly. Because it's cheaper, it's easy to get. You can just go to the drugstore and get it. You can go to Walmart and get it. You can go to Target and get it. It's very accessible. And I don't feel like I'm being bamboozled. Or I don't feel like I'm being bamboozled in a negative way, I should say. I'm a little bamboozled at how good this is comparatively to other indie brands, or to indie brands, I suppose, for the price. I will say that. It is very basic color story though, so it's like nothing innovative, nothing special. It's just good, solid formula, good, solid foundation. I'm taking this on vacation with me actually, so just because it's so good, it's a good staple. It's good and simple. For shimmer, I think I'm gonna use this one on my eyelids, and then maybe this in the inner corner. Yeah. I think especially now, you know, brands like Wet n Wild have really upped their games, and I know that they have their newer, I don't actually know how new it is, the multi-chrome chameleon shades that are really popular and supposedly good quality. I haven't used them, but drugstores are upping their game, and they have been for a while. Like, this palette is older now. It's not a new palette. So I don't know. I think if indie brands are going to be charging indie prices and marketing that they're so good and so innovative and all of this, I think it needs to show up. Now, am I being harsh? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm a customer, and brands are supposed to be delivering something to customers, okay? So, not that I need to be an asshole, you know, like I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to just be honest and say, we're being bamboozled. We are being bamboozled. And honestly, a lot of what I'm saying about being bamboozled and having so many palettes from so many brands that I thought were going to be so good because of what people have said, and you know, it kind of, I don't want to say ruined new makeup for me, but made me extremely suspicious and a little more cynical towards new releases and that kind of thing. Now, obviously, I'm not so, it doesn't stop me from enjoying makeup and enjoying new releases, because I did buy this one And I don't regret buying this one. Do I think that this is a great quality and that it's worth $75? No, I don't. But the first Bella Beauté bar palette that I got was worth that to me in my collection. And so I was more willing to invest in this one. And this one didn't really work out for me. That's okay. I'm thinking of also taking something like this, kind of depotting this, especially the mattes, taking some of these shades with me on vacation, figuring that out. I will post videos of me doing build your own palettes with this palette and jerry-rigging this palette, I suppose, to suit my preferences in terms of quality. But yeah, it's the bamboozlement of these brands and, you know, being sold a certain quality and not receiving it has really made me slow down on purchasing new things. And it really helps with my no buy, low buy, blah, 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 all that kind of thing that I don't hold myself to. I'm gonna finish my eyes, come back and do my base. So, all right, I added a little bit of this as my eyeliner, but other than that, just put on mascara. Now going to do the base. This Vanessa Myricks Yummy Skin Balm Epsilite, whatever, in shade 2. But yeah, if you feel like you've been bamboozled, write bamboozled in the comments, because I'm sure there's a lot of people who feel this way. And I don't hear it or see it a lot. Now, maybe I don't hear it or see it. Well, 1, I don't have Instagram. 2, I don't have Reddit. 3, this is my only social media is YouTube. I don't do anything else. And so maybe people are saying things on that platform. Maybe people are being moderated in comments. I don't know. But all I know is that I don't see very many people making content. And maybe it's just people that are recommended to me or just popular to watch. I don't know. I don't see many people saying things that are not just super optimistic or neutral, because I don't think what I'm saying is very neutral. I'm not gonna lie, just because it goes against what I hear people talking about. And I wouldn't say that I'm being aggressive, but I just think that I'm going against the status quo in my words. Yeah, it can be really frustrating because a lot of these people are getting sent things, or people are spending their money, and I think we don't want to feel like we wasted our money. So we have a slightly more optimistic outlook on things. And I just gotta be a realist, you know? I just have to be a realist, and because I don't want to spend more money on a brand that didn't give me great quality to begin with, or just keep giving me subpar quality comparatively to 1, either the price, or 2, what I've been being sold. Now, that could just also just be my opinion, and I don't think that if people like certain brands, that means like they don't have any taste, or like they're morally bad. I don't know, like plenty of people like cosmic beauty, and I don't think that they're bad people, or like they don't know what they're talking about, or like that kind of thing. Like, we all have different opinions. And actually, let me blend this out for a second. Hold on. One brand that I actually really enjoy and continue to buy from, despite controversy, I should say, or people tend to be critical, I suppose, towards this brand because of things like long wait time, difference in quality, I don't really know. Honestly, it's been a long time since I've read comments. I'm going to go into probably a mix of these shades and do some contour. And that is Unearthly Cosmetics. Oh, and price too. I think people talk about how the quality isn't worth the price. And, you know, I can see that. I understand that. Wait times, I also understand that. That would, if I'm okay waiting a long time, I'm someone who doesn't mind, one, waiting, and then two, pre-orders, I should say. Do I think it's like morally right and that kind of thing? I don't know. I don't really know anything about business like that. Like, I don't know. I just know that personally, I don't mind having delayed gratification. So, like, it's just like a personality trait. Like, I'm fine with waiting. I don't have like an issue with it. But I understand that a lot of people do. Like, you, especially at the standard with makeup is that you buy something and then you receive it within that month. Like, yeah, if that's normal, yeah. I understand that a brand that doesn't do that would get annoying. But personally, I still buy from that brand because I enjoy the quality. But I would disclose that, yeah, there's long wait times, and is it worth the price? No. It is not worth the price. That shit is expensive. But for me personally, the quality that I have received every time, okay, let me think. I have quite a few Unearthly palettes. I must have 5 palettes from them. I'm going to I might have more. I can't recall at the moment. But one thing that I really appreciate from brands is consistent quality. And I have heard that their quality isn't consistent. And so if you are someone who's bought in them and you have not received consistent quality, that would also piss me off, and I would not buy from them again. Personally, I have received consistent quality. I think that there's been one shade in all of the palettes that I was like, this is not good. But all the other shades I have used many times and not had any problems with it. And it's in a formula, the mattes are in a formula that I really enjoy. Also, caveat, I have not bought from them since they have changed the pan sizes, because I am worried that they're not going to be the same quality. And I know they were having like a bunch of issues with distributors and warehouses, and like, I don't know about the labs that they were making, just a lot of things where I'm like, I don't know if I want to buy a $75 palette when I don't know the quality. Personally, I don't really want to at this moment in time, but there was a time where I'd be more willing to, and now is not it. But at the time when they had like these pan sizes and they were going by Unearthly, I don't know how I haven't tried anything from when they were Alien Cosmetics, and so I've only had this like intermediate, I suppose, like maybe like second rendition of their formula. I don't know if their new palettes with the smaller pans and different pans are a different quality or like a different formula. I don't know, but the fact that they're different makes me worried that it is, because I really enjoy that formula. And a lot of people didn't like it, and that's understandable. But I think it's important to talk about what you enjoy when you're selling something, or like saying like, oh, this palette is so good. Like, it's just like, I don't think it's enough to be like, wow, this color story is so good. I really enjoy it, and like I support Freya and like all of this, and you know, like it's so biased. Everything is so biased now. I just want people to tell me what the formula is like, and I want people to tell me like does it feel like it's worth $75 or $42, or is it comparable to this $13 palette? Like, I want to know that as a consumer. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who also want to know that, because most people are not made of money. Most people are not receiving these gifts or receiving these palettes of makeup and PR. I'm gonna go in with this shade. A lot of us want to be informed. We want to be informed, and we rely on influencers to tell us what the eyeshadow is like or what the products are like. And so yeah, I stopped buying a lot of makeup because I got tired of being bamboozled over and over again. Just got tired of it, you know. And I think that's the benefit of a lot of brick and mortar stores like Ulta, like Sephora. I don't know what brand or like what stores they have in other countries, where you get to go in and you get to try and test the formula. And like travel sizes are really useful for that as well. So I don't know. I've been really disenchanted, I suppose. I still look forward to some things, and I still enjoy the creativity and, you know, the color stories and the innovation that the indie community brings to the beauty world. But I don't know if it's so significantly more than the big drugstore brands or big like Sephora brands and that kind of thing. Like, I don't know. I'm really liking this makeup look though. I think this looks really elegant or whatever. Looks nice. It's very far from my colorful looks that I used to do, and that's okay. It's just, that's where I am right now in life, is I prefer that, or prefer this. Ooh, I need to do eyebrows. Okay, hold on. Okay, for my lips, I'm going in with the shade Wedding Bells from Charlotte Tilbury. Yeah, I think the same concept can be applied to more mainstream brands like Charlotte Tilbury, where it's like, is this worth it? Is this lipstick worth, I think this is, what is it, like $35 now? Probably more than that. I don't know. The thing is, when I buy expensive things, like personally, I don't know if this is everyone, probably not. When I buy expensive things that are just okay, like this, I think I'm buying it for the predictability. I know how this performs. I know that it's not going to dry my lips out. I know that it's not, I know how much it's going to transfer, how much I'm going to need to reapply it, that sort of thing. And yeah, I think people buy from certain brands. Like personally, I have a lot of Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, not because they're so much better than like Revolution or L'Oreal lipsticks. I think it's L'Oreal lipsticks that are the really good ones from the drugstore, or like very comparable quality to more higher end brands. With certain brands that are more expensive, I think for me personally, I'm buying it for the predictability aspect of it, versus like, oh, this is so much better quality than L'Oreal, you know. And some things are packaging, like this is nice, it's luxe feeling, I can throw this across the room and it's not going to break or shatter, that kind of thing. And I don't know, there's some benefits. Do I think this is probably worth, I don't know how much it is, $35? No, I don't think it's worth it for the average consumer. But I think if you are willing to pay that much, then for the predictability aspect and maybe the packaging or like the name brand, I suppose. But yeah, this is finished makeup look. I've been wearing my hair like this all day most of the time now, just because it's like, it's out of my face. It's not a lot of tension on my hair because I'm growing my hair out right now, and I got a lot of hair and it's heavy, even when it's just like this short. I think it goes like to here right now. It's heavy and it's a lot of tension on my scalp, and having it like this where there's no ponytail, this is just holding it in place. It feels really good on my scalp throughout the day. So I like this. I like this makeup look. I forgot, but I should probably do like a little closer so that you guys can see. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful up close and from far away. It's good. It's a good palette. It's a good, decent palette. Yeah, I just wanted to add that in. Later this week, I will be posting a video of a build your own palette of this palette, and I will go more into why I don't think that this palette and a lot of cosmetic beauty palettes are worth the price, and why I'm not a huge fan of the formulas comparatively to just working with what I already have personally in my collection. The color stories are so good. This is one of my favorite color stories, and I never reach for this, and when I do, I hate reaching for it. I do the makeup look and my eyes are just, no. The look looks good. It's just the experience that I have with this palette and the amount that it stains generally is just ridiculous for the price. Like, if I'm going to be paying $40-something for a makeup palette, the experience should be good, okay? Not just the color story, the quality, the experience, all of that needs to be good. For me, personally, for me. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. Let's get ready with me. Maybe it went off the rails a little bit, but you know, I'm trying to be polite. I don't think that people that like the brands that I named as like not that great a quality or bad, or like, you know, everyone has their own opinion. And it's fine if people like it. I don't judge them, you know. I just don't want to be bamboozled. So anyway, guys, that's it. Bye-bye.